Hi there, you're joining us on day 14 of our fast of Daniel. That means we still have 7 days left to conclude our fast. We're reading from John chapter 14. Jesus answered and said to him, "If anyone loves me, he will keep my words." Very well. There are two kinds of love. You have the godly love, the love that is communicated through the scriptures, biblical love, and you have the worldly love, the love that the world promotes, especially in December. As you come to the end of the year, this is a moment where a lot of people are exchanging gifts, buying gifts and presents, and that's their way of showing appreciation, that's their way of communicating love. And if you're not careful, you could get into trouble financially because in these moments when people cannot afford certain gifts, they get themselves into financial debts. They buy gifts that they cannot afford because of pressure, peer pressure, family pressure, social pressure, families that are competing with one another, siblings that end up arguing because one receives a gift that seems to be better than the other. And I remember when I was younger, even amongst cousins, one family, they had better gifts than the other. And then the other family that didn't have the financial conditions, they felt depressed. They were unhappy, they were sad, all because of this uh, present culture of buying gifts. Now, this kind of love is very superficial because presents, they come and go. Sometimes you buy people gifts and then after a couple of months, they already forgot. They may not even use it anymore. So we know that this kind of love cannot be um, promoted long term. We cannot buy somebody gifts every single week, every single month to keep this kind of love going. When Jesus spoke about love, he gave his example. Jesus never spoke the words, "I love you," but Jesus demonstrated his love time and again throughout the whole Bible. And the best example is in Gethsemane, where he gave his soul, poured out his soul, and then he went to Calvary, where he sacrificed his body. Both in Gethsemane and in Calvary, he shed his blood. So his way of saying, "I love you," was more than words, it was with his blood. That was his demonstration of proving his love to us. And he all did that with the purpose to save humanity, not with any personal benefits or rewards. Now, the thought that we want to bring to you today is the following: actions speak louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. When our family looks at us, when our colleagues look at us, they pay close attention to what we do, not what we say. You can say much and you can have very strong arguments, but people observe and they check what we do. If we follow through our words with an action.
Is like the wife or the person who gifts the spouse but is unfaithful. So can bring a diamond ring, flowers, chocolates, being so romantic, But all loses value when the person did not keep the promise done at the altar. So, what was the promise? Be faithful to you till death do us part. So, not to go, abandon the person. But when the person just brings a gift but is not faithful, then it misses the purpose. Where is the love? Will your spouse believe in you when you say, I love you, knowing that you have cheated on him or on her? Of course not. So the love that counts is the love that has a word. There is it doesn't go away from the agreement made at first.
Yeah. So the thought that we want to share with you is the following: actions speak louder than words. Words alone are not enough. Okay? This is the love that transforms. This is the love that blesses your family, your home, your household. This is the love that produces transformation and salvation. This is the love that Jesus demonstrated to us, given to us, that transformed us. And if we do this to others, it will bring the same transformation in others. Okay, talking about transformation, we're going to have a special night together called Noche Buena, where we will bless the bread together with your family, 10:30 in the evening, a moment of transformation, a moment to bring our family closer. And the next day, Christmas Day in the morning, 10 a.m. in the morning, we will break the bread in our Christmas service here in Hong Kong, 10 a.m. You can bring the bread, we'll bless it together and break it. All right? So, last but not least, we will finalize our fast of Daniel on our night vigil of the power of prayer. That's an opportunity for you to bring along your projects, your plans for 2026. We're going to present them to God. We'll be transferring the blessing of God to you and your family for you to surrender these projects on the altar, and from the altar for you to start a new year and enter the new year with God's protection, God's blessing, and God's anointing helping you to navigate your way through the new year 2026 for you and your family. Okay? We'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you all.
Bye-bye.
Can you hear the sound of the fireworks? Yes, another year is coming to an end. And what have you prepared for the coming year? At this time of the year, it's common for many people to set new goals and raise their expectations for the following year. But when you think about it, nothing is very different from previous years. Is it? Losses, failures, disappointment, sadness, certain difficulties and problems that have persisted year after year. And you ask yourself, how can I have a different life? Even though we are nearing the final days of this year, there is still time for you to rise up and take the step that can provoke the transformation you've been longing for. The New Year's Eve Night Vigil, Wednesday, 31st December, 10 p.m. Join us for this special opportunity to place God first, before anything else, as we step into a new year with faith, purpose, and a renewed spirit.